My name is Savina Schoenhofer, and I'm a representative of the League of Women Voters of the Jackson area. We're a nonprofit and nonpartisan organization that provides voter education to help our members and the public make informed choices. However, the League never supports nor opposes a particular candidate or political party. Hinds County voters, we have a very special election coming up on November 2nd. Please vote at your polling place between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. to elect a sheriff, a county judge, and a District 5 constable. And today we have with us a candidate for sheriff, Mr. Leon Seals. So happy to have you here with us today, Mr. Seals.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Now, I'm going to ask you several questions, and we'd like for you to keep your answers between a minute and a half, if you can.
Okay. All right.
All right. And the first question is, what is your experience in education that prepares you to be a Hinds County Sheriff?
Okay. I'm a graduate of Jackson State University. I'm also a graduate of the FBI Academy in Quantico, Virginia. I've had coursework at the University of Virginia and coursework at the University of Buffalo. When I say those University of Buffalo, I'm also a fourth round draft choice out of Jackson State. I played with the Buffalo Bills. That's how I ended up in Buffalo, New York, going to the University of Buffalo.
All right.
And I also have a degree in criminal justice.
Okay, and what about your experience?
My experience in education?
No, in your experience that prepares you to be the sheriff.
Yes, ma'am. I am now a two-term constable. I'm Hinds County Constable Leon Seals. I'm in my second term. The second term I ran unopposed. I did not have an opponent. That means I've done something right the first time. I also have 32 years of law enforcement. 16 of those years were spent under Sheriff McAmee McMillan in the Hinds County Sheriff's Department. Also, I was a hospital administrator for Merit Health Madison, where I was the director of the physical plant. I was also a safety officer, and I was also the director of environmental service. And all of those was healthcare administration positions.
All right, thank you. Now, the next question has to do with the Hinds County Detention Center, which you know is under a U.S. Department of Justice consent decree demanding improvements at the detention center. How will you address this consent decree as sheriff?
Well, first of all, as sheriff, I know for a fact I cannot be a sheriff without a jail. So going through the door on day one, I want to sit at the table with DOJ. I want to sit at the table with everyone at the table, and I want to come up with solutions and ideas. I want to, if we need to fix whatever needs to be fixed, I'm hearing there's 348 items that need to be in compliance. If it's 348, I want to be at the table helping them to fix it. I want Hinds County to have a jail, and me being sheriff-elect, I definitely need a jail in order to do my job.
All right, thank you. Now, how do you plan on recruiting, training, and retaining officers?
The number one thing is we have to talk about pay. We also have to talk about training. If we can get the pay increase and the training increase, that would bring us better, sufficient, qualified officers, and we won't have officers leaving, going to other departments. Right now, the pay for the sheriff deputies are at an all-time low. They do not match our surrounding counties. But however, if we can get raises, if we can get the qualified training, we would definitely attract and keep some of the best officers in Hinds County and keep them from leaving.
I see, thank you. Now, what are your specific strategies for crime prevention to make Hinds County safer?
My specific strategy, I have a 10-day plan up on being a sheriff-elect. In my 10-day plan, the two number one things I want to do, right now, Hinds County have over 15,000 warrants unserved. I want to put together a fugitive apprehension unit. I want to reactivate it and I want to implement it. This is a division that we had under Sheriff E. McMillan. I want to put this program back together. I'm going to assign 10 officers and we're going to hit the streets. When you clear the warrants, you clear the guns off the street. When you serve the warrants, you clear the criminal off the street. I want to hit the streets running, and then I can do this from day one. Also, one of my crime fighting ideas is having a flex unit made up of investigators and our patrol. And that flex unit will go where the data will go, where our statistics, if there's problems in a certain area, that data will take us to that area and we'll be able to start making a difference in that area right away. And also on the first day, I want to invest in our youth program as a prevention. We have to stop our youth on the youth level before they graduate to the adult detention center. So we have to have programs in place to deter this, but at the same time, we would definitely hit the ground running. And that's my first, and there was a lot more. You gave me a minute and a half, but those are the things I'm going to do the first 10 days going into office. You will see a difference.
Thank you for that. Now, our last question. As you know, law enforcement in Hinds County consists of the sheriff's office plus police departments in 6 municipalities. How do you see all these agencies working together to be more effective? And what would you like to do to increase the effectiveness of collaboration?
Okay, to increase that, when you ask that question, everybody says we have to have partnership. We do. We have to have partnerships, but we have to have a creative mind to bring people to the table. I want to reach out to everyone, especially in our municipalities, to reach out to everyone and form a partnership. Also, on my command staff would be assigned to every municipality within Hinds County. We're going to make a difference, and we'll make a difference by having a command staff meeting with these municipalities on a day-to-day, week-to-week basis, and knowing the problems, knowing the resources. We will take our resources and make sure we allocate them in the right direction. But it's partnerships, and I'm ready to set the table and call everybody countywide and our municipalities and say, hey, let's set the table, let's stop playing, let's get it right. The citizens of Hinds County deserve much better than what's going on right now.
Well, thank you very much for being with us today, Mr. Seals, and we really appreciate your time and hearing of your plans should you be elected sheriff. We appreciate you very much, and thank you. And voters, don't forget, November 2nd, please vote.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you for giving me an opportunity. Thank you.